This time the practice in Formula 1 have happened, the qualifying Formula 2 have happened, the Formula 3 have happened, and yeah, let's go through what's happened. We have let's see, Formula 3. This is, here we have something that wasn't fun. Oh, that happened in Formula 3. The reason why beginner which is so further down. It started to rain in the middle of the qualifying. So if beginner wish was, I don't know where he was. He was low down than. You didn't see his name on the list. So it was really bad. And then it started to rain. You couldn't improve. But then the rain stopped. So in the end, Beganovic couldn't maybe finish further ahead. Because you can do pole position laps. But he did a mistake. So he will start at 19. So this Formula 3 race will be really not fun for me. And Beganovic. Then we have, you can say, Ferrari, somewhat good. He at least in the mix to get some good points. And then we have Luke Browning, pole position, and who knows, maybe a second win for the Williams driver. Then we have, yeah, Formula 2. Yeah, I don't think nothing happened in the qualify. And oh, Antonelli, P10. Bortoletto, not that good. 6th, and Berman, I mean, this is, you can say, somewhat good. 5, and Colapinto 4. Donnasager 3. Victor Martins, let's see if he can actually finish the race good. His season have been really bad, so maybe this will also lead to something bad. But Hadjar, that the lead in the championship, is on pole position. Let's see. No, he's okay. Oh, that's happening in Formula 2. LA qualifying. Well, he's not leading, but he will probably lead after this this race and sprint race. Let's see, where do we have Paul Aron here? Oh, he's not far off. But yeah, he wasted his he made a mistake and wasted his new tires in the end for the last part of the qualifying. So that's why he's P12. Yeah, nothing happened. Then we have the most interesting stuff. Formula 1, practice 1. And see. And yeah, I don't know. Don't think anything more interesting. I mean, this probably not the truth. I heard they were testing. They tested different setup. Carlos did one setup, Charles Leclerc did one setup, and they just tried to look what setup will actually work with the new upgrades. But then we have Loam stuff, McLaren and Red Bull up here. Let's see, what do we have? No, sir. Oh, that happened also in practice 1. Formula 2 drivers got to try out. At least I remember Jack doing. He's not a Formula 2 driver, but Franco Colapinto is a Williams Formula 2 driver. Isa Kalja, Red Bull driver. Oliver Bammer, Ferrari. And Jack Doohan is part of the Alpine, but he's not in Formula 2. He was last year. So they were driving in practice 1. And hopefully Prix will keep. I mean, that would be amazing. 100% of the Red Bull vs McLaren fight. So both Max Verstappen and Prix can fight Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri. And I don't know if this is true, but maybe after the collision that happened in Austria, maybe Prix have no more feeling to maybe, hey, if I just P3, if Lando Norris and Max Verstappen crash again, I can 100% win. So now we really want to be up there because now he actually can win. I mean, before it was, I like the Miami race. He started P1 and I don't know where Max started, but Max then won the race. It's like, man, why do you have to kick Prix when he's down? That's so mean. And let's see what more. Yeah, at least Ferrari is somewhat up there against the Mercedes. Oh, they are. Carlos Sainz better than George Russell, and Lewis Hamilton is better than Carlos Sainz, but Charles Leclerc is better than Lewis Hamilton. Hopefully we'll keep like that. Oh yeah, let's see. Yeah, Nico Hülkenberg did something. Kevin Magnussen last, and then we Hülkenberg 4th. Yeah, I don't know anything. Well, I will 100% know more when Peter Visser makes his video on the practice 1 and 2. So until now, I have no idea how stuff is looking. So let's start with the Minecraft, so we can start collecting fishes. We will be listening to Weekend Warm-Up from Formula 1, then Autosport, maybe something from Williams, and 100% Peter Visser will be talking about. Let's see, 1866. 2,700. Let's see if I bring back this one. We have 134 tropical fishes left to collect. So let's start. But I really hope it will be a fight between McLaren and Red Bull. So if Max Verstappen and Norris will crash into each other again, maybe Perez can win, or Oscar Piastri. So they both are on the podium, and then a Ferrari Charles Leclerc. Oh shit, already a Trident. Trident zombie. No Trident. Okay, but first fish for the collection today, Flopper White Lime. And that will be maybe sound funny if that happens. Because George Russell and Lewis Hamilton will both wanna be the best Mercedes driver for the British fans. So they makes contact and make similar to what Max Verstappen and Lando Norris did. So they both get puncture and they need to DNF the race. Well, that could be funny. So what more? I'm still hoping Williams will get some points, like they did the last season in Silverstone. What more can happen? Yeah, Red Bull and Williams, they have some new livery, or race livery on them. Oh yeah, that's probably what the Williams video is on, about. Over 1000 different names that are on the car. But hopefully Ferrari will know what the problem was, so they can be better than Mercedes. Maybe making sure Leclerc can actually have a fun race. One more fish for the collection. Clayfish, orange, pink. Yeah. Hopefully Dino Beganovic would have a somewhat funny race, but he's starting 19. I would say he isn't that bad at getting past people. And maybe because how the qualifying was and how it ended. Maybe a lot of people that usually aren't up there is there. That can maybe ruin the race for a lot of people. Maybe crash them out or something. So Dino Beganovic just... Oh, Trident. Can maybe... He only need to get past some people, but mostly of the people... I mean, for every crash, 2 people can go out. So he's starting 19. No Trident. Unlucky. But if he... Yeah, let's see. 19. So if 4 people crashes, that will be 8 people. Then we are already in the points. And then he only maybe need to get past 5 people for actually some better points. I mean, he could get some good points, probably not, but hopefully. And then, Galapinto can have hopefully a good race again, like he had in Austria. Finish P2. maybe he will finish P3 if Victor Martins make one more mistake in the race. Oh yeah, Sonoda in practice 1, he spun around. In I don't know how many laps he succeeded to do, but that happened. And then it started to rain in the end of practice 2. So yeah. So let's start with yeah, we can't show this. And then the weekend warm up. And hopefully it will not end like it did in Austria. Because that made... Wait, one more trident? Man, his third trident is... this playthrough, whatever you can call it. Have they made the bug come back? When a lot of trident zombies can spawn. Oh, we got a trident! Oh my god, it almost nothing. Well, he has nothing. But whatever it. Either the fuck do you say? It I don't know. Does it matter how much is left on the item as long as an item that I can in the future use? That was what I wanted to say. So let's continue. Wait, did he? Did he win? Information, standings, Colopinto. Oh, it was P2 in Spain. I'm guessing, let's see, 10. Oh, well, it's 11, but we say it's 10 to make it more easily. Do we have a 9? 999. Okay, we have an 8 and we have a 7. Okay, we have 5 and 4, 3 and 2, and we have a 1. The fuck, shouldn't we have a... Okay, so when he's talking about a win... No, there! No, there is Hadia. Fucking... Yeah, I believe he's talking about a sprint race win. So not a real win from Formula 2, but a sprint race win. And that I would say is somewhat a lie.
Yeah,
to say
you put me out of the race.
That, yeah, I mean, that I think Yuki Tsunoda said, or maybe someone said, that the only reason why the penalty even happened was because something actually happened. The contact happened, and then they can now give a penalty. If it was never a contact, probably no penalty will ever come up.
Race and took me out of a chance of winning a race and that kind of thing. Then it definitely adds a lot more to the facts. And if we had a big enough lead and he could still go on to win the race or something, then yeah, I think I do think it needs to be taken into account in some ways, but understanding how and how much and where that line is again, I think is a complicated and difficult thing. So yeah, something I'm sure we'll have to speak about as FIA and drivers, but not an easy thing to have a role for.
Lando, can I just follow up on something you've just said, which is, do you think Max did...
Man, this is the most awkward thing ever. Why is he sitting there? And it's like, man, it's so weird. Esteban Ogone is like, oh my god, what the fuck are you going to say? Please don't mention anything I have done in my career. Please.
Didn't deserve a penalty last weekend?
No comment.
Oh, HBO, House of the Dragon.
We're going to King's Landing.
Season 2, episode 4 will be happening after the race, or more or less after the IndyCar race, because I think after the IndyCar race is more closer to be released than the Formula 1 race. But yeah, sure. Skip.
And we won the race, and that's how racing goes sometimes. But
or that's how driving for Mercedes goes.
It's so great we're now in an opportunity to be fighting the front, fighting for podiums, and ready to capture.
Yeah, fighting for podiums.
When things happened, what chance things happening this weekend at Silverstone?
Som inte bara tar bort mjäll, men också
Oh my god,
förebygger.
one more ad.
Sa du förebygger mjäll?
Ja, precis.
Men
True.
då behövs väl inte du, va?
True.
Ha inte mjäll. Förebygg det istället.
Du, mitt kontrakt, det är vattentätt, va?
Probably not.
Alltså jag trodde inte jag behövde Swiffer.
One
Tills jag
more.
såg hur lätt den plockade upp mitt hår
Scam
varje
ad.
gång jag torkat det. Wow! Den fångar till och med hans hår på någon minut. Kolla här! Och till damm har jag bästa dammvippan. Den fångar
Så
och
jag-
håller kvar dammet utan att lyfta en enda pryl. Swiffer, så rent, så...
That means Landooooo Max Verstappen will crash out, and Perez P2, and George Russell P3.
Thank you for watching. Bye for now.
This is the British Grand Prix.
Yes, it is. Oh no. I mean, yeah. I don't need to do the other way. Let's see. We have that left. Autosport. Peter Visser done his. No. So let's continue with Autosport. Let's see what they have to say of the British Grand Prix. View from the paddock, F1 British Grand Prix first day update.
John, we're here at the British Grand Prix. We had a media day today. Lots of talking points after the last race in Austria, most notably Lando Norris, Max Verstappen and the collision that they had. What's your take on things today?
I thought really interesting actually, because we didn't get, sometimes in the past FI do press conferences, you'll
And the
put
man
two people head
go
to head,
away.
it's always quite interesting to dynamics. Today they were separate. We had Lando FI press conference, Max in the Red Bull race motorhome. So we got Lando first, who was kind of a bit cautious and a bit kind of stepping back a bit from what he said on Sunday, where it'd been if Max doesn't apologise, I'll lose respect for him, kind of rolled back a little bit. Even went as far as saying, questioning whether Max deserved the penalty, which I thought was quite remarkable. So, and then kind of we fast forward a little bit to Max, who I thought was, played it quite great. He said he didn't care at all about the criticisms. Didn't matter to him. All that mattered to him was a friendship to Lando. So we spoke about it, we ran through it, agreed on 99%. We go out there, we race hard, done.
I mean, as journalists, we're always looking for that little bit of needle between the drivers, and I think that we were really excited in Austria when we saw that flashpoint. I've been writing about it, many other people have been talking about it and writing about it as well. But it's always been about Lando's sort of mental strength. He's always, when he's made a mistake, he's been very quick to put his hands up and say, I was wrong. But he didn't in Austria. He come out and was like, I'm adamant, I am right. And I thought that this is a new steely resolve. This is Lando. He's maturing, and he's also learning how to fight Max. But for me, the comments today, the fact that he had rode back a little bit was maybe a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, I think ultimately it was entirely predictable. That I think it was really unlikely that two people who sim race together, big friends, fly to races together, you're not gonna fall out and get a Senna Prost, Hamilton Rosberg scenario here. So I think it's almost never.
Probably not from that, but if the like Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen season, if that happens, from day one they can fight each other. Then maybe can start getting somewhat fallout.
Play out this way. I think it was how it's presented, and I think ultimately what matters is how they race each other next time on track. I think that dynamic has changed. I think Lando learned a lot on Saturday in Austria.
Yeah.
I think Ricciardo, sorry to Daniel Ricciardo earlier on, he said exactly the same thing. That Lando learned that you give Max, you expect an inch from him, Max will give you a centimetre basically, and these are the fine margins. So next time Lando knows you race aggressively, you race hard, you race in this grey area that Max has talked about, and ultimately that's what we want.
Yeah.
We want great racing.
One person in the press conference was Lewis Hamilton, and he was asked about his opinion on what was going on with Lando and Max and whether he felt Max was fair. I think there was another question to him, do you think that Max drives in a particular way because he was unpunished? But he was non-committal, wasn't he, with his answers? He didn't want to get involved. He was sitting on the fence.
I thought it was fascinating because sometimes drivers and team bosses will love lobbing a hand grenade into the mix, especially when someone else is involved in an incident.
Fish for the
just a little bit of need. I mean, if that was Christian Horner and Toto Wolff, for example, they would have been throwing stuff left, right and centre. Yeah. But in this, it's really interesting that Lewis didn't want to get involved at all. He was sat there. I think he was quite enjoying the fact that someone else was having to talk about Max Verstappen. I think there was a time where he tried to put his kind of earpiece in to listen to music, and he was given a little shake by Tom Clarkson. He went, "No, you're not doing that." So a lot of the other drivers were feeling a bit bored by it. Didn't want to get involved. Left it all for Lando.
Nobody cares about Tom Clarkson is saying.
Just one of those little interesting press conferences.
There was another story. Oliver Behrman confirmed at Haas for next year. He was at the press conference. What was he like this morning?
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I think there were a few little.
Oh shit! They doing everything live.
Takeaways from it. I think one is that the importance of that Saudi Arabia race, basically, because it's what put him on the radar for a lot of people. But it was interesting, and I think for the teams as well. So you see F2 we needed a good result this year, and the season's been all up and down. I think 11 or 12 winners so far this season. Championship leader hasn't won a race. Really difficult to get a picture. And I think he said there would be a fear that if his F1 career was judged on F2, it wouldn't be very good. So Saudi's helped. Gave him the opportunity to do free practices.
100% must be.
Dug into the details and love him, and he's a great bloke. I think good for Formula One. All smiley, all happy. And I love that little anecdote today where he said one of his mum friends had met Lewis Hamilton years ago. I think 2015, 2016, and they got Lewis to do a video for Ollie. So give him some encouragement, get him through to Formula One. I think Ollie found that video again this week and watched it, so it's really great.
They're going to be part of the Ferrari stable next year, of course, and Lewis was asked, will you be mentoring him in any way? And he actually just turned around and said, nope, I'm not doing that. So it shows you that, he's got to go it alone. But I think it's going to be really interesting to watch his development.
That's mean.
It's quite difficult, I would imagine, having one eye already on Formula One and trying to compete in Formula 2 as well this year. But let's see how he goes.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think I saw something today. It's the first time since 2013 we've got 4 Brits in Formula One, and I think 4 Brits who can shine quite well. You've got Russell, Lewis, Behrman, and Lando. I think at least 3 of those should be gunning for wins. Behrman should be bashing in the midfield pretty well. So I think these are exciting times.
Yeah, it's exciting for British motorsport, isn't it? And here, home of the British Grand Prix. Another talking point is obviously Sergio Perez's fault.
They will hopefully Mick Schumacher will be back in Formula One. Then we will have 2 Germans in Formula One.
For Red Bull, since confirming his deal, you wrote a piece about this in the week. Red Bull were hoping that would chivvy him along a little bit and sort of put all the negativity out of his mind, and it would allow him to concentrate on delivering on track. But if anything, we've seen the opposite.
Yeah, it's interesting because I think the dynamics changed a lot for Red Bull. Last year, Sergio second in the championship. Red Bull walked away with the constructors. I think they're best ever. They've never done it in Formula 1 before. All look good for Checo coming into this year. Start this year, Checo, there were some good results, some promise. And Christian Horner keeps talking about this in Suzuka. He's a 10th off Max, one of the most difficult tracks on the earth. So they felt this is all fine. Then there was a bit of a kind of bobble, a little bit. And I think the team felt that maybe the stress of a contract would get to Checo. Maybe we've given the contract, take that kind of distraction away from him. We can focus now. And this has come at the same time that McLaren have pushed on, Mercedes have made a step, Ferrari, have been there, but they're having a little bit of a dip now. But and the gaps in Formula One mean you can no longer have a teammate who's 3 temps, 4 temps lower than Max. They've got to be 1 or 2 temps realistically, and that's not happening. From what I understand, there's a bit of a focus now on what they can do to get Checo sorted. I don't think it's a case of he's not doing it, let's look elsewhere. The focus is very much, what can we do to get Checo sorted? But with a caveat, it has to be sorted. It cannot continue like it is at the moment.
Because they need the points, right, to win the Constructors' Championship. I know last year was unusual in the amount of points that Max got, meant that he could win, the championship on his own. But we're seeing that gap is now closing. We mentioned McLaren before, but they're coming for Red Bull, and it's not as close as it was last year, certainly.
No, and it also has a knock-on effect in terms of kind of how races pan out. Because if your second car isn't, in the pit stop window, isn't backing your leader up, it affects your strategy choices. Affects the ability of people to race. Last weekend, potentially, Lando would have come a Max later, and Max could have been free. Piastri, came through from 7th and nearly won that race. So these are the performances that you need to get. F1 now, there's no longer room for passengers. There's no longer room to be 2-3 temps off your teammate. You need to be delivering consistently, especially in a Red Bull, right up there. And I think that's what they need to get from Sergio. And they'll do everything. I think they'll give him time. And they'll do everything they can to get it sorted, but they need to get to the bottom of it.
Track limits was an issue in Austria. Could we see a repercussion here?
Yeah, so there's been some changes around the track. I think Stoke Corner in particular has been a problem in the past. So they've got this same setup of basically moving the white line back. So you've got this 1.5 metres before the gravel trap. So hopefully that should sort it out. But I think there's 2 issues that are kind of still lingering, speaking to people in the paddock. The first is, as Piastri says, that it needs policing properly and robustly, so you can be sure that if you've gone across the white line, it's actually proven. I think he was a bit annoyed in Austria that, unfortunately he had a helicopter cam looking at his car, then that was viewed as the evidence to ping him, whereas other cars didn't have the helicopter cam, so they couldn't tell. So he felt it was a bit unfair that he was singled out just by circumstance that happened like that. And I think the second issue, which I think something probably everyone agrees on.
Man, is that really true? That must be so unlucky.
Lando in the race, they're battling Max with his 3 track limits offence already, which is fine, it happens. But he locked up going down the inside of Max, ran wide and was given a track limit. Then it became a penalty, the 5 seconds, which is a bit silly. Yuki Tsunoda said today it's ridiculous that this happens. It's happened to him. He said at the Spanish Grand Prix, similar thing. So I think this is something that needs to be a bit of common sense applied. There's track limits for pushing too hard, gaining advantage, and there's running wide off a track when you've clearly gained an advantage.
Yeah, should be consistency as well, I think.
Well, it's common sense. It's common sense.
Common sense and consistency. So those 2 things don't usually come to the mind with Formula One, but there we go.
Man, come on. Spotty. Red, black. Yeah, let's see. Well, that was a lot of information. Peter Wizard, have you done your... No. Oh shit. Still no Peter Wizard. I want to know, how good is Max Verstappen, or is Lando Norris better? Is Press up there? Is Oscar Piastri also up there? Can it be 100% McLaren Red Bull fight? I wanna know. And maybe how did Formula 2 drivers do in the practice one? Well, it would be interesting what he thinks about Calapinto. And we can collect 4 more fishes. 4 more fishes for the collection. Then it's time to go and place them down. Bow, bow, wow. Can we get some more fishes for the collection? Let's see. Yeah, but let's see. So, Red Bull. God damn it. Red Bull and McLaren will probably be fighting in the top 4 places. Then we have Mercedes and Ferrari. So who will get the P9 or P10? I'm really hoping that Alex Albon will get some points. So who will be the next one? And then P. Gasly. So maybe P. Gasly 2 points, and so P9 for P. Gasly, and Alex Albon P10. Didn't remember happened. But will they? Probably not. Well, Aston Martin looked somewhat good. Maybe Aston Martin will take the last points like they did in the beginning. Or more or less, Fernando Alonso will get some points. Then Alex Albon can maybe get the last point. Do we have... We still don't have anything from Peter Sir. Man, this will be... somewhat boring. Waiting for Peter Sir to make his analyze. Do we have anything from someone else? P1? Do they have anything? Oh, they have.
Älskar.
From 7 minutes ago, they released a video. Oh, one more fish for the collection. Oh no. One more ad. One more ad for the collection. Oh yeah, they will be in Silverstone. Oh shit, we need sound.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the P1 podcast with Matt and Tommy from Tommy's car. That's correct. And we are here because we need to record as soon as possible. So we found a random car park to basically stop shout about Formula One, get this sent over to the editor so we can talk about the British Grand Prix. And what a day, eh, Tommy? The heavens have well and truly opened, and it could well be like this the entire weekend.
It could be, yeah. Proper British summer. We actually got quite a lot of running, which was good because it did look like it was going to be a washout today, but it came at the end of FP2, so there's only a little bit of running cancelled, which is
Yeah, so Ferrari can be good now.
Well, we were there, and we got the fans want to see action, and they got it.
They certainly do. Speaking of fans, speaking of us being at the British Grand Prix, Sunday, 11 a.m. That's right, we are going to be on the main stage. So come rain, wind, sun, thunder or snow, we need you to be there because we can't have 4 people being there, even though last year was amazing. But we also have imposter syndrome and we're always like, no one's going to turn up. Right, let's get into the stuff, the Formula One things. And first and foremost, is that a question that we're just going to talk about? How's it been seeing F1 cars in real life? That's not from anyone.
No,
we just want to reflect on it.
You just got to reflect on it because we don't do it for every session, do we?
No, we don't.
And I just
really seen Formula One cars this year.
This year, no. Wait, we haven't.
Not at all.
No, I don't think we have actually.
I was going to say, have we?
It's crazy. I'm trying to like.
Didn't you see the livery release for Red Bull? They had cars.
Someone would be like, "No, you went to." No, we haven't.
Well, I looked at the calendar the other day today, and I was like, "I don't think I've been to any of these."
No, we haven't. Not yet.
I'm tripping, and I've lost my memory.
No, but even if we have, my word, like it never.
Weren't you in Monaco? Maybe you weren't. No, that was maybe last season.
Gets old. Like no. Genuinely. We were watching like FP2, and we had a great like vantage spot at the end of the Wellington Straight. And even though we've been very, very, very lucky to do some amazing things and come to Formula One on quite a few occasions now, I was just watching it like F1 is just awesome. Like it is just awesome. Like just watching those cars fly into that corner, it's just epic. Just epic.
Now, let's start with free practice 1, shall we? Because there wasn't any rain in that one. And there was quite a lot of interest. And there's a question from @Charlandos, which is, what do you think about the 4 drivers that did rookie FP1?
Amazing to see Colapinto in Formula 1.
4 rookies? Is that including Behrman?
Yes, I guess they are a rookie. But it's interesting that they did that because the trend has kind of been, you get to Mexico and everyone goes, oh wait, we need to put someone in. So to be this early is quite a surprise for 4.
Rookie-ish. So you got Behrman, Colapinto, Doohan, and Hadjar.
Yes.
So of course, let's start with Ollie Behrman because of course he has been signed to Haas, which is something that was heavily rumoured, and we thought it's gonna happen, and it has, and I think it's fully deserved. I'm really excited. I've seen a few people reflecting, going, "Oh, but look where he is in the Formula 2 Championship." I'm like, Prima are absolutely washed this year.
They're awful.
They are not good, and they have been good for so many years. Like Prima was almost like a free ticket to getting a great opportunity to being in Formula 1.
Absolutely, yeah.
And obviously with Antonelli being there as well, it was always
sorry for him. Yeah, because he can't show off like what he can do because it is crazy. Prema were the team. Like you get in Prema.
I mean, just look at Formula 3. They are number 1.
You've got a great chance at the title. You deliver, you've got a great chance at F1, but they are absolutely nowhere. And it may, Ollie Behrman has done a brilliant job. It has to be said. And this isn't to take anything away from him, but it does just show that like you just have to have those moments. And he was. Formula 1 is about being in the right place at the right time, and he was there as a Ferrari reserve. He did a fantastic job in Saudi. But you could equally go, oh well, if he hadn't have had that, there would be that general perception of, oh, he's washed.
And also with the free practice sessions he's done up until this point, I don't think this particular one was anything to really write home about. I think Hulkenberg's been cooking today, so hard to get close to him. But I think the practice sessions he'd done previously, he was very close to Kevin Magnussen a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And really sort of made impressions within the paddock. So, Ollie Behrman back in the car, great to see, but not much to really report, because obviously he's a Formula 1 driver as well, so we don't need to talk about that as of next year. Let's go to Isaac Hadjar, I think next one, called replacing Perez. And I always feel, and I mentioned this to you before we recorded when we were watching, that Red Bull never let their sort of rookie driver, unless the car is literally undrivable and only Max Verstappen can drive it, it never feels like, even when Liam Lawson went in it, that they ever put a lap time that's it's usually that they're last.
Yeah, I think I remember Vips doing the same.
Yeah,
it was like 6 seconds off, and yeah, they don't. I don't. Whatever it is, whether they actively go, no, you're doing this run, because Hadjar got pole in F2, so he's no slouch.
Fair play, by the way.
Yeah, fair play to do that.
F1 to F2.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, for whatever reason, they don't want to run that car and go for a crazy, fast lap, and for whatever reason, they don't want to showcase maybe what someone could do on light fuel or whatever.
Well, they don't want to ruin anything to Perez.
But it does seem like that is the way Red Bull have done it.
Yes, so he actually put in a reasonable, I say reasonable, it was over a second off Max, but it wasn't the 5 or 6 seconds that it looked like it was for a lot of the session, so I'm glad he managed to get some kind of representative lap time in. Let's go to Colapinto, who replaced Logan Sargent, and probably one of the most impressive ones, so I believe he was only 4/10 off what Alex Albon did, and that's Logan Sargent.
Level.
Maybe even a little bit better than Logan Sargent in some ways.
No! What I don't know. Yeah, I think they say first practice for Colapinto, and he's already at the Logan Sargent's level.
So I would say I think that's his first outing as well for Colapinto. I can't remember him being.
Yeah, I think it is. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. So
yeah, maybe one other time at most, but I don't recall him actually being in a session. But either or, it's very fresh to Formula One, and I think he's done a great job considering he's in a Williams.
Yeah, exactly. Williams, it's difficult to prove what you can do in a Williams because this is the thing. Like, it's only a practice session, and there's a lot more to it than just the lap times we see. So like, at the end of the day, the teams will know more of because a bit like what we said with the Red Bull, they have to stick to the runs and they can't just basically be like, get me out there on the softs with 1 lap of fuel. I want to, do a ridiculous lap time and make everyone think I'm, the next Michael Schumacher. Like, that's not how a practice session works. It's all about, getting the data, but it has to be said, like, as long as you're there or thereabouts, it's a good performance.
Certainly is. And then finally, Jack Doohan replacing Pierre Gasly. Again, I think he did a reasonable job, considering. I think it was about 8
actually got to do some running.
Exactly, because had it been raining like it is right now, he probably would have done very little running, just like last time. So I'm glad he's managed to get out there, do some laps. Again, it wasn't anything to write home about in terms of lap times, which is the only thing I really look at. I know it's a practice session. He's probably they're all doing very different runs, but just comparing between teammates is always very interesting to see. And I think that's why I shouted out Colapinto in particular, because I think he was the closest to the teammate of that session.
Yeah, it's nice that Jack got to do his running. I will flex that we did get to chat to him very briefly. Never spoken to him before.
Yeah,
in the paddock. He was a very nice guy.
Very lovely, and it was funny because I kind of I looked at him and then he looked back at me and sort of lingered eye contact of like, I kind of know who you guys are, sort of thing. And I was like, I'm going to go and say hello. But yeah, very lovely guy. Right, we've wrapped up the rookies. Let's get the free practice 2, which of course, no more rookies. This is all what's going to happen at the weekend. And
McLaren Red Bull up there.
Surprise McLaren. Just saying it's all on. However, it didn't look. Well, 1-2, my bro. 1-2. Let's relax ourselves here. That's what I was going for, and right now, that's what we've got. So can I bank the points already? Good. Okay. Let's go to the first question, which is from United_YD. Championship back on?
Yes.
Is this what happens? So it's championship back off, championship back on, championship back off, championship back on. Look.
After a practice section.
We get very excited, don't we, after Friday practice when Max isn't clear by a mile. What I will say is that he's left something out there. We don't know what. I am not going to say that Max Verstappen is off the pace. I cannot remember the last time that Perez finished ahead of Verstappen in any session. Let practice or whatever, we know there's probably another half a second.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Perez finished 4th.
That's probably true. Oh, we can skip the paddock.
4/10 off or so. So Red Bull are there, by absolutely. McLaren are right there. interesting to see Ferrari sort of lingering somewhere near the sort of giving me hope territory, but I
still back on for them.
Yeah, that's what the question was about. It was Ferrari.
Definitely not McLaren.
Oh, okay. No, but McLaren is strong again.
They look very strong.
They're strong again. They're always been strong.
Last year they were incredibly good. This year there's so much expectation on them. I mean, it's only Friday, but I said this to you. I think I've seen about 10 Mercedes hats. Mercedes, with the British fans, everyone's like, Papaya McLaren, this is, Lando is the main character now. It's crazy. Like, it is a sea of Papaya and McLaren fans. They're everywhere. Like, there's so much expectation on Lando. And this.
You sure it isn't Max Verstappen fans? Oh shit. We need. No. This one. Where did he go? Tropical fish. There you go. Well, there you went. Nice. Do we have any more? Oh my god, we have. One more fish for the collection. Are we done now? So we can actually stop.
This is the perfect track for McLaren. And that was saying this at the start of the season before they had this amazing form where we're like, they might have even had the fastest car. Max can only paper over the cracks of Red Bull for so long in terms of, because they are slipping in.
Oh my god, they are talking about the cracks now. Oh my god, this crack stuff from Autosport is appearing in P1 also.
Maybe they found
no, the race did that.
That car can do, and they're going back in. Not necessarily being slower, but everyone's catching them up. And maybe Red Bull are there, and it is just Max being Max that he's kind of able to find that extra amount. But they're catching every single time, and we've been on a run of so many races now where we've gone, Red Bull aren't nowhere near clear as what we thought.
Next question comes in from O2 Rachel Rebecca. Is it delusional to think 2+ Brits on the podium this weekend? No, I don't think it's delusional at all. You've got Russell in great form. Hamilton will want a British GP podium more than anything in the world, I think. And then you've got Lando.
But they will not get it.
I'm going to say is nailed on to be on the podium. It just depends where, as long as
what happens,
yeah, and what happens. But for sure, it could even be an all-Brit podium. I think that would require a Max Verstappen disaster. But right now, it's looking very strong. But the thing is, the weather is so changeable right now. Like yesterday was so windy. Today's quite windy, but then rain's coming in. And then the rest of the weekend looks changeable. Like
yeah, true. We need to do some counting. 18, 20, 22, 24, 30, 36, 40, 43, 19, 09, plus 43, 40, 900, 909. Nice. Now you can go back.
I was sat at home. I am still rubbing my hands together, but also I'm going to get really wet. So there's a little bit of that there as well. But it does look, it could be a changeable condition weekend. That might even be the only dry running we see, and that is completely irrelevant for qualifying in the race.
It's very true. Of course, Lando is so good in the wet as well. Even if it does rain, Lando has been up there even when the McLaren wasn't up there. And we all know how good Max is. The Mercs, both drivers are very good in the wet as well, of course, as well. So for the Brits, it does feel like, yeah, it can does maybe rain or shine, like it doesn't matter for them. I think Hamilton, like you say, they were kind of not really anywhere last year, and he still managed to bag a podium, if not by like a bit of good fortune with a safety car. But it can happen, so I don't think it's completely out of the question, because the fact is, and it's a brilliant thing that we've been saying so many times, is that Formula One at the top is getting incredibly close now, and we did not expect to be here at this stage thinking that it's no longer the fight for P2. Like, legitimately, people can win. Like,
I think that this is a really crucial point for McLaren now. I genuinely think that if we get out of here and Max extends his lead even further, we can start to write off any kind of championship back on. I think it's done and dusted. This is the absolute crucial point for McLaren. They will be the fastest package in my eyes. They have to deliver, and Oscar has a big role to play as well. Perez, we know, has been struggling a lot, so he's not going to be there to help Max necessarily.
He can.
So McLaren need to be securing 1-2s when they have this race package that I think we all believe is going to be the quickest round here. To start eating into that Max lead, I can't believe we came out of Austria and Max extended his advantage by 11 points or whatever, or 10 points.
I don't
Alonso
have
took his
blue
fastest lap, didn't he? Next question, and speaking of Alonso, it's from Karos Christoph. Are Aston Martin back, or is it just a typical practice thing? I'm actually going to go as far to say that I think Aston Martin have figured something out round here, because they've just looked terrible for most weekends this year. To show any kind of promise is a great sign. This sandbagging approach of other teams, there isn't sandbagging, it's just different power modes. It doesn't mean they're trying to necessarily hide things. That sandbagging, I think, is a thing of the past. So it's not about sandbagging as such. So I think Aston Martin genuinely, but they could maybe score some points at least.
Yeah, I hope from that session, they are back in Formula 8. I mean, I'm an Alonso fanboy, but the trackside commentator here celebrated Alonso being P2 in FP2 like they just won the Grand Prix. But I don't think they're that good. But even if they're back in just Formula A now, because they have been so far off, that I think they will take the W if they are just in Formula A, because they've been nowhere near that, even if they are behind Red Bull, McLaren, Ferrari, Mercedes.
Let's see how that unfolds. Of course, we'll be here for the rest of the weekend at the British Grand Prix. So come and say hello to us if you see us. We love seeing all of you. It's my favourite weekend of the year because so many P1 lovelies are just walking around and want to say some lovely things to us, and it warms our hearts, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it's unbelievable. Like, yeah, it's so nice to just meet some of you guys in person and let us know that you enjoy the podcast and enjoy listening to us and things. It's wholesome.
It really is. Main stage, 11 a.m. Sunday. Don't forget. I'll remind you tomorrow as well. Would love to see you. And that's it. Wait, Tommy, what's your final thoughts? I nearly forgot.
Oh wow. Final thoughts are
got ya.
Now you really have
got ya.
My final thought should have been that I just love F1 and just seeing Formula 1 cars again. I'm instantly 10 years old and it's just the best.
I really didn't know where you were going with that. I said, I'm instantly T, and then I was like, oh my God. But anyway, thank you so much, everybody. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye.
Okay, we have one more. Okay, that was that. Nothing more, nothing less. Have Peter Reserve done anything? Still no. Okay. I need to start without Peter Reserve done. Where do we have? There we have black, orange. Black, orange. God damn it. Blue, pink. Betty, blue, pink. We have Betty green and Betty light blue. Betty blue. Snooper blue. There we have Betty blue. blue pink. And we have blue pink also. And do we have any more Betty? We have grey red. The last Betty. Oh, there we have also. Oh, one more grey. Betty grey. Grey red. And there we have grey purple. And that we also have. That's somewhat boring. Blockfish. We can take down the dasher. Oh, we have one more Betty. Betty orange. Betty orange. Betty orange. Wait, no Betty orange? Betty orange. Wait, did I miss it? Betty lime, Betty orange. Yep, I must have missed. Betty orange. Oh, that's okay. Orange blue. Nope, we have it. Okay, blockfish. Do we have any more blockfish? No. Brine, no, blockfish first. Red Magnanta. Blockfish red. Playfish red. Snooper red. Pink snooper. Flopper red. Glitter red. Blockfish red. Blockfish Magnanta. Yes. Oh. Red green. That we also have. Stop being so boring. Briny light blue. Magnanta green. brightly magenta green, white, purple, black, pink, red, blue, lime green, green lime, brightly green, green lime. Nice. Brightly light blue, batty light blue, light gray, light blue, light blue, snooper light gray. There we have light blue. Light blue blue. And that we have. Time for the clayfish. Clayfish. Then the dasher. And then we have the flopper. Clayfish, blue, yellow. Blue, yellow, blue, yellow. Yep. Pink, blue. Pink, blue. And that we also have. Come on. Red, green. Red, green. Do we have anything from Pit Wizard? No, we still don't have anything. Red, green. Let's see. Clayfish, red. Oh, I believe I've seen Clayfish red. But where? There we blockfish. Flopper. There we have clayfish. Clayfish. Red, green. And that we also have. Nope, nope, nope. And then we have clayfish, orange. Orange, pink. And that we also have a copy of. Orange, pink, orange, pink. Purple, orange. Dasher, purple. Dasher, black. Sunstreak, purple. That's green. No, it should be here. I believe. Dasher gray. Dasher brown. Maybe here. Dasher. Dasher lime. The fuck? No Dasher purple. Peter sir. Nope. Nothing yet. Dasher, purple, orange. Purple, orange. Dasher, purple, purple, grey. No, Dasher grey, Dasher black. Dasher green. God, Dasher purple. Purple, orange. And that we also have. Oh, one more. Purple Magenta. That one we don't have. Lime, blue, white, light grey, pink, red, light blue, orange, yellow, purple, grey, Magenta. Lime, Dasher lime. Lime, light blue. And we have light blue. Dasher pink. Can we have a Dasher pink? Don't think so. Nope, we don't. Pink, black. And that one we have. Brown. Dasher brown that I've seen. Dasher. No, brownie brown. There we go, Dasher brown. Brown, light blue. Nice. See, pink, purple, green, yellow, blue, black, white, orange, grey, Magenta, light blue. Flopper, the Lewis Hamilton. And here we're flopping around in Silverstone. Yellow, yellow cyan. Flopper, yellow. Yellow cyan, and we have yellow cyan. Flopper Magenta. Magenta light blue. No light blue. That's... Let's see, anything? Still no. Was it Magenta? Light blue? Yep. Flopper Magenta. Magenta. Yes. Oh, Magenta white. Oh, that we also don't have. Nice. White lime. Spotter white. Flopper white. Do we have a flopper white? White lime. Nice. We can take Magnanta. Magnanta blue, Magnanta black, Magnanta red, Magnanta purple, Magnanta light grey, Magnanta yellow, Magnanta grey, Magnanta brown, Magnanta cyan, Magnanta light blue, and Magnanta white. Then Snooper pink we can take. While I'm remembering this. Cob white. Cob white. I feel like we should have some more. Oh, we have many more. Green, glitter green, snooper red, glitter green, snooper red, glitter green. Glitter green. Snooper red. Okay, there's so many. Snooper red. Cob light blue. Flopper green. Okay, then we don't flopper green. Okay, now is that done? Flopper yellow cyan. Yep, flopper cyan. Okay, then we have glitter. We want the glitter stuff. Then we want the cob. And then we want to move everything down. Maybe. Okay, apparently I maybe can't do what I was planning to do. And lime cyan. lime white, lime brown, lime blue, lime orange, lime light blue, lime magenta, lime yellow, lime black, lime cyan, purple, yellow. Glitter purple. I remember that one. I've seen it somewhere. Not here. Glitter yellow. Glitter red. Come on. Wait, glitter purple. Glitter purple. Glitter magenta. Glitter green. Det var väl lite yellow that I was looking for. Before I learned it was purple I was looking for. Oh. Glitter purple. Oh, there we have the yellow. Cyan blue. Glitter cyan. There we have.
Bit of a strange.
Finally. Peter was third.
Bit of a strange Friday at Silverstone. Well,
was
no
it?
surprise there. Weather was a bit dodgy. Raining in the morning, not for the beginning of Formula 1, but certainly affected Formula 3 and Formula 2 untimed practice. But then it rained right at the end of FP2 in Formula 1, curtailing a little bit the long runs. But we got a good picture of where most of the teams are at in terms of running fuel. But in terms of light fuel, given the crosswinds, given the gusts at Silverstone, the inclement weather, the cloudy weather, a little bit difficult to draw conclusions from this Friday. As you can see, if we just take a look straight away at the fastest laps in FP2.
Fastest lap. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was, yeah. I've already seen it. Perez P3 high.
When the track was a little bit quicker. Sergio Perez was third for Red Bull Honda, put in more laps on the soft tyre with light fuel than perhaps some of the others at that point of the session. And that's because in the morning session his car was given to Isaac Hadjar, the Red Bull driver, who's been doing very well in Formula 2 recently, and actually had a massive moment with Lando Norris. He was on a very slow lap, hadn't been told that Lando was catching him, presumably not looking in the mirrors. Lando unbelievably quick out of turn 2, just got the thing stopped in time, locked up, went slightly off track as well. Just shows a little bit how drivable and controllable that McLaren is. I'm not sure if that had been Charles Leclerc or Carlos Sainz in a Ferrari, which has looked pretty much on edge today through the super quick corners, and turn 2 is a super quick corner at Silverstone. I'm not sure they would have got it stopped as quite effectively as Lando did in the McLaren. Anyway, it was a scary moment, and that was Isaac Hadjar who drove the Perez Red Bull. So that's why Sergio spent a bit more time on the soft tyre and got that time in, 26.9. Shouldn't in any way detract from it. But look at that, Nico Hülkenberg, 4th quickest for Haas Ferrari. Again, it is what it is. Good job, Nico, as ever. Has been doing all year, as indeed Haas Ferrari have. And the other car in the morning session, driven by the new signed driver for Haas Ferrari for 2025, Oliver Bowman. He drove that car, the Kevin Magnussen car, in the morning. So Kevin obviously behind the 8 ball going into the afternoon session. Charles Leclerc 27.1, Lewis Hamilton 27.2, and then Max Verstappen 27.2. What should we make of that? Well, that 27.2, he was the first out on soft tyres, so you could argue that he was out when the track was a little bit slower. That's what that time was. He then went out on the same set again to do another run, having changed the car a little bit, and had a bit of a moment going in the approach to Beckett's, big moment actually, and kept it and obviously scrapped the lap. So that is a lap that obviously is not representative of what Max can do, bearing in mind Sergio Perez 26.9, Carlos Sainz also, Lance Stroll going quite well in the Aston Martin, and George Russell, another who's much further down than he should have been, didn't get in a really good lap in the windier conditions of the second session, FP2. Fernando Alonso also slower than Lance Stroll as well. Aston Martin having the first Grand Prix since the announcement that Andy Cowell will be taking over the running of the operation from Martin Whitmarsh, and that's a very good thing. As I said in the video we put out already, top man, bright guy, bad news for everybody else, I think, going to Aston Martin. And I don't know why it is, but there's a little voice inside my head saying, wow, with Andy Cowell there and Aston Martin, kind of clean operation, lots of money obviously from the Stroll family, would Adrian Newey be thinking of going there now instead of all the chaos of Ferrari? Just a little voice in the back of the mind. Maybe not. He's got links, of course, to Bassin already through the road car.
Who knows?
Let's back all that up by having a look at the speed trap times in FP2 with the cars on light fuel. The speed trap at Silverstone exactly where it should be, at the end of Hangar Straight. That's that long straight between the high-speed Beckett's, S's and Stowe Corner, which of course is much tighter now than it used to be, but a good place for the speed trap. It is speed through the air, there really is terminal velocity. Is Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin 328. Let's have a look where Fernando Alonso is, 324. He did get a couple of toes as well, but that's obviously a time without a toe. Yeah, maybe Lance Stroll's just running less wing. Maybe that's a good setup. I think in general, when you look at the speed trap times, you can see that all the quick guys are relatively slow in a straight line because they're running a lot of downforce, or the car's generating a lot of downforce, let's put it that way. And the slower cars, in terms of overall lap, are quicker through the trap. So it's become the inverse of the lap, if you like. I suppose Lance Stroll's the anomaly there because he was quite quick over the lap as well. So you've got to say at the moment he's got a pretty good setup in terms of top speed and the lap as a whole. But if you look at the first
trap speed. Oh, that's Russell. What's he doing? Perez 325. Max Verstappen also 325, but he's 0.6. Perez have 0.0. Ricciardo up there and Bottas. And for some reason Stroll. Where do we have Alonso? There, 324.4.
Of the serious runners, if I can say that, Max Verstappen 325. You know, there's quite a few cars ahead of him there, 325, and compare that with George Russell 321, Lando Norris 323. So again, the Red Bull has a significant advantage in a straight line. What does he look like compared with the Ferraris? Just about the same, except that the Red Bull is generating more downforce, so that's more efficient downforce from the Red Bull. He's got the sort of Ferrari top speed, but he's got more downforce than the Ferrari, as shown in the lap time. So in that respect, Red Bull looking very good. Sergio Perez 325. He's usually quicker than Max, but on this occasion just about the same. the Alpines thereabouts. As I say, Fernando Alonso not that quick, and the McLarens and the Mercedes too. Lewis Hamilton 3.23, George Russell slowest of all 3.21. So lots of downforce being generated by the Mercedes at Silverstone, whatever setup they're running in terms of how low they are to the road probably, but they're losing in terms of top speed. So if we look at that, 3.21, George Russell, Lewis Hamilton 3.23, Max Verstappen 3.25, and it's quite a long straight there, so that's quite a long time to be carrying that advantage. Then they went quickly into the longer runs, the fuel runs, a bit of an assortment in terms of what tyres they ran, the medium and the soft, because there was this forecast of rain at the end of FP2. So let's have a look at what happened in those long runs. I haven't done every lap because I thought maybe it's all getting a bit too complicated and over the top in terms of a short video. I've just put in the fastest lap they did on those long runs in the order in which the lap time carried them. Lando Norris, quickest again, 31.6. Obviously the names in red are the drivers who were using the soft tyre. The soft tyre and the medium looking very similar around Silverstone. And Max Verstappen remarking afterwards that he thinks he might even have been quicker on the light fuel run had he been on medium tyres. So they're very, very closely matched. And that's why you see almost 50% of the top runners on the soft tyre, and some of the teams choosing to go McLaren, very good example, medium on Lando Norris, soft on Oscar Piastri. As it happened with Oscar, he did a good long run on the medium and the soft, as you can see, the only one who did that.
Did he?
31.8 on the soft tyre, 31.8 on the medium tyre, bearing out exactly what I've just said. So Lando Norris was his fastest lap.
Wait, what? We want stripy orange. Stripy orange. Stripy orange. Stripy orange. Stripy orange. Continue with stripy light blue. Stripy light blue. Briny light blue. Flop light grey. Light blue cobs. Light blue. Snooper light grey. Briny. Did I miss it again? Stripy light blue. Light grey. And it is light blue, yes. Stripy light blue. Stripy light blue. There's stripy blue, we want stripy light blue. Cob light blue. There we have stripy light blue. Light blue purple. And that we have. Man, how many fishes? Oh my god, it's so many. Brown, blue. Brown, blue. Yep, that's also one. Green. Green. Sunstick green. The glitter green. Sunstreak green. There was Sunstreak green. Green brown. Green brown, green white, green light gray, green light blue, green yellow, green gray, green cyan, green orange, green magenta, green purple, green pink, green red, no, green brown. Nice. Uh, 10, 12. Okay, but we have 24, 27, man, so many fishes.
With fuel in the car, medium tyres, 31.6, Max Verstappen 31.6 as well. So there you go, that's teeing it up for Sunday as well for another Max Verstappen Lando Norris clash. But Mercedes with Lewis Hamilton admittedly on the soft tyre, so even though the tyre looked pretty good, maybe in race conditions it's certainly going to go off sooner than the medium tyre. But 31.7 for Lewis Hamilton, Oscar Piastri 31.8, 31.8 on those two different compounds. George Russell 31.9 on the soft tyre, so very, very close as we've been saying. And the Mercedes slightly quicker with fuel on board than the Ferrari. Charles Leclerc 31.9, Carlos Sainz 32.0. Sergio Perez didn't do that many laps because of the not having done any laps in the morning session. 32.3 in the other Red Bull on the medium compared with Max 31.6. Fernando Alonso 32.8 on the medium. Lance Stroll 32.9 on the soft. And Nico Hülkenberg was pretty quick too, I thought, right up there with the Aston Martins in terms of fuel, or Lance Stroll 32.9. We need to back that up as well with the speed trap numbers on when they were running fuel, just to see if we can get a picture of whether some teams, some drivers were running more fuel than others. Lando Norris now quickest through the trap, very slow with light fuel, but Lando Norris with fuel on board, incredible exit from Beckett's, and that's, he's holding that all the way down Hanger Straight. I've got two numbers there, and that's sort of, you know, because there was a sort of average depending on wind, depending on the sort of lap they were on. So that's just averaging the times out. 3:06, 3:04 Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri and the other McLaren underlining that. So in terms of race condition, the McLaren's really good in top speed, but in terms of single lap, not so good. Interesting, isn't it? It's because they're so quick out of Beckett's and how quickly they're going through Beckett's and the handling and the grip they've got there. Oscar Piastri 3:05, 3:04. Sergio Perez 3:03, 3:04 in the Red Bull. Again, he didn't do that many laps, so it's slightly suspicious he probably didn't have as much fuel on board as, say, Max Verstappen. George Russell 3:03, 3:04. Lance Stroll, yeah, pretty good. Nico Hülkenberg. Max Verstappen 300. So given how relatively quick Max was on light fuel through the speed trap and how relatively slow he is there with fuel on board through the speed trap, in other words 6 kilometers down on Lando Norris, albeit Red Bull probably don't have the setup quite right, you got to assume that at the moment Max probably running a lot more fuel than McLaren. Lewis Hamilton 295, 300. Again, Mercedes not that good in a straight line. Lewis slower than George with fuel on board, and the two Ferraris really slow. Bearing out what we were saying, they've got not enough downforce, nothing like good enough in terms of generating downforce around the lap. They're very, very edgy on fast corners. As I was saying, not even over 300 for either Charles Leclerc or Carlos Sainz. And I don't think that's a question of wing setting. I think that's just a question of they've got to have a reasonable amount of grip on the car. And at the moment, they're right on the edge of decent grip and against top speed. And of course, the problem at Silverstone is that it's all levels of grip. It's slow corners, it's turn into slow corners, it's traction out of slow corners, it's medium speed corners, and it's high speed corners, and it's high speed change of direction. The full gamut of everything a racing car is required to deliver to a driver is on the Silverstone lap. So that's really hurting Ferrari at the moment in terms of their top speed with fuel on board. It's a bit of a strange Silverstone on Friday because of the weather, because of the wind, because it's Silverstone. But I think we got some patterns there that are definitely worth studying. Interesting to see how that parlays into what we see in qualifying.
No, we didn't mention anything about Formula 2 drivers.
Fine tomorrow and going into the
Maybe
Grand Prix.
did.
So there we are, looking forward to that. Looking forward to the F2 and F3 races as well. Lots going on at Silverstone as ever. Amazing crowd, really good atmosphere. A big thanks to Jetcraft, to OEM Exclusive and to Track Ninja for supporting this channel. Take care, see you tomorrow.
Almost like a sounds like a Pakistani song. Imran Khan. Yeah, and that's the last thing I will be listening to / watching. And now it's time for doing this last clayfish. Clayfish blue. Wait, did I even? No, I didn't. Clayfish blue yellow. Clayfish pink. Pink blue. Clayfish red. Clayfish pink, clayfish brown. Green scenery, scenery, green, oh, fuck me. Clayfish orange. Flopper orange. Clayfish cyan. Clayfish orange. There we have orange pink. Yep. Then we take. Oh no. Yeah, that way. And dasher, purple, orange. Oh my god, where did the dash was it here? Flopper purple. Yeah, dash a purple. Purple, orange. Lime. Lime, light blue. blue. Pink. Dasher pink. Pink black. And then we have flopper yellow. Flopper cyan yellow. Purple yellow. See if we can find this purple glitter yellow fast. Glitter yellow. And we want glitter purple. Glitter purple. Purple yellow. Cob light blue. They were light blue. Light blue, black. Snooper cyan. Snooper orange. Cyan yellow. Purple blue. Spotty white. White gray. Then we have a spot. Okay, not spotted light. We have spotted light blue. I thought I had it before, but no. And spotty cyan. Spotty blue, spotty pink. Didn't I have spotty cyan here? Glitter cyan. Nope, apparently not. Spotty cyan. Oh, shouldn't have looked at it. Spotty purple, purple yellow. spotty red, orange. Light blue, purple. Oh, stripy. And then brown, blue. Stripy light blue. This is the last one, and then we can stripy light blue, purple. Nice. Then we can place them down, and then we can end it. Nice. And then we will see tomorrow. Will Lando Norris get pole position? Will Max Verstappen be pole position? Will Perez or Oscar Piastri? No, Oscar Piastri will probably be up there. But will Perez? We have Betty black, orange, Betty blue, pink, Betty grey, red, Betty grey, purple, Betty orange, blue, Blackfish red, Magenta. Oh shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28. There should be... God damn it, we need to go back. So let's see, 18, 20, 22, 24, 27. 1, 2, and let's see, 9, 10, 16, 19, 22, 24, yeah, 27. Yep, 27. Uh, 27, and this is, oh my god, we did one more time 27. Really? Okay, that's weird. Oh, what was I thinking? Oh, I need to write it down in 27, 80, 82, 7 is 9, so 20, 1 is 27. Okay, now we can continue. Red, green, light blue, blue, clayfish blue, yellow, clayfish pink, blue, clayfish red, red, green, clayfish orange, pink, dash a purple, orange, dash a lime, light blue, dash a pink, black, floppy, yellow, cyan. Glitter purple, yellow, cob light blue, black, snooper cyan, yellow, spotty purple, blue, spotty white, grey, spotty light blue, orange, spotty cyan, grey, spotty purple, yellow, spotty red, orange, stripy light blue, purple, stripy blue, brown. That's everything. And now we look, we'll get some last fishes and then we can end it. We can then end it. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 da da. No. Come, dolphin, give me some boost. Up we go. Uh, 1882. 1882. Let's write that down. 1882. 1882. 1882. Yes. 18 more. And then we're over 1,000, and then we have 1,900 tropical fishes. But yeah, tomorrow it will be sprint race for Formula 3, sprint race for Formula 2, and then oh yes, sometime it will be practice 3 for Formula 1 and qualifying for the Formula 1 race. So after that I will be back